She caught him, huh? Your undercover operative did good. Snitches get stitches. What do you want me to do with them? Alright. What you got to say for yourself? You told on the Duck Mafia. Don't you know what happens when you do that? Y'all can't see this part. Get him quick, he's making a getaway. Made another supply run today. These things are not cheap. So galvanized carriage bolts. Those go in there to support all the weight, because all the weight ultimately, of course, gets supported on the post. These were just temporary. They'll stay in anyway for extra, but these were to hold everything together since I've been working by myself on it. If anybody wants to know what those are, there are these deals, the GRKs. They've got a little knurl on them as you get to the end to keep them from backing out. A couple of things that got caught on camera. A couple people called me out on and want to make sure that we kind of went over. So when you're measuring, you should start on the outside pull and then make your 16 mark. Now I made my X's to the left, but I messed up on the first one because I ended up setting the stud to the right of the mark. So that did throw it off. But had I put it to the left of it, like I had planned, it would have been 16 on center like it's supposed to. So normally what you're supposed to do is you pull it out on the outside, you make your mark at 16 and then the X to the right, so the beam would go to the right of your mark. But I do a lot of things left-handed, and so I pull on the inside and put my mark to the left. It's just something I do, but that's not the right way. So I kind of want to go over it for anyone that hasn't done any of this. Of course, I haven't done a whole lot. That's what you're supposed to do, is pull from the outside. But as you see, it ends up in the same spot regardless, because I went pulled off the inside, but then put the mark, set the stud to the left. So it ends up being the exact same thing. And something I honestly had never noticed is that the tape measure tells you the marks, and it even says the word stud. That shows you I don't pay attention to that stuff, man. I do the math in my head. So anyway, there's a couple things. Like I said, got the carriage bolts, those go in. Got my corner braces, those go in at the post to add support. All right, got roughly 1.5 inches of rain last night, and the conduit's almost all the way covered now. You know, it stopped right in here, so brought that up enough that it almost covered up the big oak tree stump that's turned over there in front of the overflow. Brought some rain all the way over to, or water, brought water all the way over to there. It's just funny, you can see how the bottom is now. So I'll ride around and get a shot of the other side. Tree's still out there, it's so small you can't really tell, it blends in with the other trees. That was nice. See, 1 little 1.5 rain. We came up probably 3 inches, maybe 4 across all that. And it was super dry out here, so out of that 1.5 inches, you know, other than what actually fell in the pond, I mean, a lot of it got soaked up by the ground before it even got here, so I feel pretty good about that. I think the island might actually be an island now. Can't really tell yet. We'll go over there. And I'm gonna do some more work on the deck project, or the dock project. Alright, pond update. Rain meter said we got 1.5 inches of rain. It was maybe a little less than that from what I saw, but my neighbor said that's what his said, so whatever. Kind of gives you an idea how that does. And it is now officially actually an island. There's water all the way around it now. So that's kind of cool. Just need a few more of those. Unfortunately, it was overnight, so we don't have a time lapse. But looks like we'll have plenty more opportunity for that. I see y'all over there. I see you. They're always lurking around. Always lurking.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watch.
Okay. Thought we'd roll down here real quick. I did some shots yesterday, so those will be in the video. Kind of see if this rain settled in anymore or stay how it was. So. Seated a little bit. Not much though. But the island is actually an island now. I'm gonna set up the time lapse, catch the sunset. Haven't done one of those in a while. I'm not going to set it on the island, am I? So I moved the time lapse over to here. It's not a super clear night, so I don't know how decent a sunset we're going to get, but looking across the water that's in here, it's pretty cool. Of course, it'll be better when it's settled in and cleaned up, but it's pretty nice. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, it should make a good shot. What do y'all think? Ah! Oh, what happened? Oh, that's right. So Halloween, I'll put up some pictures. Usually I don't dress up for Halloween, but the girls wanted to do the Addams Family, so I got to be Uncle Fester. So I'll put those pictures up, but couldn't get a mask in time and all that, so paid for it with completely shaving. But hair grows fast, it'll be all right, I think.